What's up, guys? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Welcome back to another video. The player you saw in the intro is Megan, and you're also going to see her in this session with Jackson. But yeah, I just started working with her, so I'm super excited. We're going to be improving her weak foot, her dribbling, and then also just help her get more comfortable playing as a winger. So I'm super excited about that. But let's get into this next session right here on the weekend. So here's Jackson doing a little bit of leg swings, great mobility exercise. We did a little bit of dribbling with the ball as the warm-up. Then we did a little bit of high knees, some karaoke, and then we did a couple repetitions of 5 and 10-yard sprints, really focusing more on the acceleration. So I had him start off with just some quick feet and then accelerate about 5 to 10 yards. And then we moved into our plyometrics, which is hurdle hops. So this is how you do it. Usually you have repeated jumps, and this is great because it's working on that quick ground contact time. And this is extremely important, especially if you want to get faster and more explosive. But since Jackson and Megan have never done this before, all I did was I set out just one hurdle hop and just had them go from a hurdle hop into a broad jump. So very beneficial, especially for somebody who's trying to improve that explosiveness and get a little bit faster. This is a great exercise to do. And we end up just practicing first, just doing the jump, and then we went into going into the broad jump. We did about, I want to say, 10 reps, but we did take our time and took a little bit longer breaks than some people might think. And the reasoning to that is because, remember, every rep you want to be as explosive as possible, so you kind of want to feel over rested, if that makes sense. So the reason why is because imagine if you did back to back to back. So the power output will actually decrease a lot, and you're going to realize that you're probably not going to be able to generate as much force. That is the reason why we're not going to be going back to back or taking very short rests. We're actually going to take longer breaks. So anywhere between, I want to say, like 20 to 40-second rest, which sounds like ridiculous, but it's going to be really focusing on that power. Remember, every single repetition, we want to maximize that power output because that's what we're focused on. Just jumping as far and as explosive as possible. If you did this at the end and you were just focused, I'm just going to work on the conditioning aspect, that's fine. But at the beginning of the sessions, if you're working on speed or explosiveness, remember, you're taking longer breaks. So right here, I'm just kind of demonstrating the exercises, just showing that, you know, it's mostly technique. And when I first started doing plyometrics, just doing box jumps, when I first started doing hurdle hops, I sucked. I could barely go over like a 24-inch box, and I struggled a lot. But the more I did, the more my body got accustomed to it. So when you're first starting out, just be patient with yourself. Just know that it's going to take time. Right there, Jackson was hesitant because, you know, as you're somebody who's never done it before, it can be intimidating, and that's perfectly fine. But the more you do it, the more confident you're going to get. And then after that, we went into some one-touch passing, getting the ball involved. This session right here, we're just, you know, kind of covering a little bit of everything. And yeah, so really focusing on just getting a lot of touches on the ball. Very technical session. No, I don't think we did a little bit of finishing and a little bit of crossing the session, but right here we went into a 2-touch variation right here. Just great partner drill. Like I said, I didn't want to kill them, but I wanted to make sure that there was a good enough stimulus for this session. After that, we moved into, I think, 2-touch juggling. But no, sorry, before that. So we ended up doing this 3-partner passing, you know, variation passing pattern that I love to do, and this is extremely tiring, but I only had us do it for about like 30 to 60 seconds and then switch. So in the moment, yes, they were tired, but I didn't kill them to the point where they were gonna like feel super sore the next day. And then after that, I had them do like a little recovery with like a 2-touch juggling, and this is something both of them need to work on because, you know, like I told them, I was explaining to them that having a good first touch and being able to manipulate where you want the ball to go is so important as a footballer. And then after that, we worked on a little bit of receiving and playing a long ball. So Jackson was playing a long ball, and then Megan had to control it within a set area that I made. And yeah, you know, you got to practice it. This is something that all players need to get really good at. It just, there's no exception. And, you know, this is a great drill to work on. Of course, you can kind of build up to it. You know, if you're someone that struggles with receiving long balls, Start off with someone tossing the ball in the air and then controlling it. Do two-touch juggling. Do juggling with a wall. And then by the time you do a lot of that, when someone plays you a long ball, it should feel a lot easier. I think one of the hardest things for people to control long ball is like reading where the ball is going to be, and then also the change in speed. So right there, Megan took an amazing touch, and then we switched over to the next field to end our session with a little bit of finishing. So Jackson played the ball wide. She cut in, finish, and then the next pass that she received, she played in across because she is going to be playing left wing. I want her to have the ability to cut in, of course, and finish with the right, but also have the ability to take it down the line and play in a good cross. And that is something that if you're a winger, you got to be able to do. So that's why it doesn't matter what side you play on, you have to be able to finish with both feet. And yeah, that's pretty much the session, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.